this video, we are going to learn how to actually apply a function inside of a particular column in our data frame. This is basically going to be really simple. I'm going to make it in the simplest way possible for us to actually learn how to do this. So I'm going to make it on this our column, our data frame that we have here that comprises of the age, but then add some other values in it. Let me zoom this so we can see a little bit better. So let me drag this down. So let's drag this down. So I'm going to make use of this. It seems a little bit clumsy. So let me just create other. Let me just give this 18. Let me now try to change some other thing. Let me just make maybe somewhere around, give some other value like 35. So we are going to make use of this. Let me draw this a little bit back. Switch it back. So I'm going to remove this colon. Is not actually, sorry, this particular line of syntax is not actually being used. So what do I want to do in this particular scenario? What I want to do here is like I said, we are going to apply a function to a particular column, and in a situation we have this age column. So this of our age column, that's where we are going to apply this of our function on. To apply the function, I'm going to make use of what is called the what apply. For us to basically do this, let's just try to, I can create a age. I can say category, I can say age category, which stand for our age category. So once any function will apply on this of our age column, want it to be moved over to a new column, which is our age category. So I'm going to call this of our what, going to call this of our function what, sorry, I'm going to call this of our age that we got our age colon. So I'm going to do what dot what apply. So with this help of this apply, inside this of apply, we're going to input our function on it. So let's say we're interested in getting, we created a function, we'll call it what age underscore category. Let's just stop here. I'm not going to do what, we're going to take a particular parameter, a particular value inside of it's going to take some parameter. So let's just set it to what age. So instead of this, we're going to make use of this. Then just set it to pass. We are going to make use of this age to do what we want to do. And this age, you don't need to do anything on this, because we are going to inside. We are going to put our what, our age what category of what function inside here. And this age category function, since this data frame that we have here, you are interested in this of our age. So instead of us coming here to come and put the value of the age we want, let's say we want to put 5 inside here, no, we're not longer going to put it. It's going to be taken from all these values that we to be as if we are going to take all these value and then put inside of this of our age, because signify, you know, when you create a function and you are set to set a particular parameter, a particular argument, when you call that function, you need to actually give it the those parameters a particular value. So in our case, values is going to be getting from this of the information Ctrl Z, going to take from this parameter that we already have here. So let's assume we want to differentiate between a kid, a teen, and maybe that kind of adult. So let's actually see, we're going to create maybe some condition here. If this age that we have here is what, if it's less than, well, let's say if it's less than 18, we are going to do what, we are going to return what, I can say kid yeah. And if it's what, let me just copy this. Okay, let me just make use of else if. I'm going to say else if the age what, so there is capital letter. I'm going to say else if it was age is equals to, let's say assuming is greater than what, greater than 17. Okay, let's say greater than or equals to 17, and we can also say if age is what, because we know that teenagers stop at the age of 19, and it was less than, and age is less than what, 20. So we know that this guy is a teenager, so we are going to return what, so I'm going to return what, teen. So we're going to return teen, yeah. We're going to return teen, and then if else, we're going to, so we're going to do what, these are like how we do our normal function. We're going to return what, I'm going to be adult. Hope I spelled that. Hi Jesus, adult. I'm going to say dot. What do we actually do here? Because this age is not going to, as if we are going to take each every element that is here, each every value that is there, we are going to pass it into here, and this condition is going to select whether if you are a kid, whether if you are a teen, and this teenager part I did, it was greater than 17 or equals to, sorry, it's going to be 18. Done. This is going to be 18 if it's greater than or is same at 18 and is less than 20, because teenager one that stopped at age of 19, and so we're going to do for that of the other one. So when we print our data frame, let's see what we actually have. Let me scroll this up. So if you run the same program with me, you can see that the age is here is 0, is signified that it's kid, like on the condition that we set up here. If it's less than 18, so we're looking about that is kid. You can see everything was kid till the guy got to the age of 18. We said that, oh, this guy is a teenager. 35, like we say, from 35 to above, like what from our condition, you can see is an adult. You can see how basically it was able to apply a particular function. Like I said, the values normally when you create a function, like if you want to call this function outside out, we don't want to call it inside of here. When we call this function like age, which is our function, our age category, so we need to give it this our age argument. We need to actually give it our age parameter. We need to actually give it a value. We can decide to give it 45. When we run this without making use of this, let me comment this out. We're actually going to, let me scroll down. So we actually need to print this out. So let me print it out for us to actually see. So let me run it again. So as you can see here, we got adult because the age is greater than that of the is greater than 20, so is for greater than 19. That's we got an adult. See that this is how you call a normal function, where you call it to give it the necessary parameter that is required, and then that is it. But in this of our scenario here, all the values that you can see that we manually have to set the value, but all the value that we need is going to be gotten from this of our age column values that exist on it. It's going to be applied on it, and then boom, we'll do our function like how we did it. Let me drag this up for us to actually see really well. You can see this was a function that we applied. So we did this should give you a knowledge on how this should explain to you in the basic simplest way on how this apply actually works. So there's still a lot of complex way that we can decide to do it. We can decide to do it become a little bit complex, but in this way, this will be the more than enough to explain to you how to make use of apply. In most scenarios, this is actually being used, but in most of kind of come to a maybe complex scenario, making use of Lambda and a lot of other things that you might not want to begin with as a beginner. So I think we have come to the end of this video. If you find this video anywhere useful, subscribe button shouldn't be a hard thing for you to click on. I'll be happy to see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.